Precisely 7.5 minutes after that, you're gonna bring us 2 more. Then 2 more after that every 5 minutes until one of us passes the fuck out.
It's up to each and every one of you, my highly trained Stratonites, my killers who will not take no for an answer. My fucking warriors will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking dies!
Well. GM. G.
To the
M. Morning, my friends. D-Gens, Diamond Hand Fam, Forge and Fuel Crew, Super Soldiers, Pioneers, Pivoters, Pursuers, Builders, Brothers and Sisters, Hermanos y Hermanas, Mamas y Papas, anyone I may have left out and anyone in between. welcome back. And welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forging Fuel. Baby.
Woo!
Wow!
Woo!
Wow!
Woo!
Wow! Oh, yeah!
Yeah!
Woo! Oh, baby, I'm feeling it this morning. The vibes are high. The
He's on
coffee's
fire!
flowing. The water's going. I'm hydrated, caffeinated, and nicotinated. So, oh, baby. And you know, a little vitaminated. So, you know, I'm feeling 150%. And you might say, who the hell are you? This might be your first time tuning into the show. You might just seen it on your timeline. Say, who the hell is this guy wearing sunglasses at 9 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast? Well, my friends, I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, who is also a poet, and now you may know it, Colton Capp Soroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guy, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, let me be the first to tell you, my friends, that we got one hell of a show on tap for you here
Another one.
on this wonderful Wednesday morning. It is April the 9th, 2025, and we hope you're ready to come alive because we got more vibes, more motivation, more inspiration, and more high-level conversation coming your way over the course of the next hour to hour and a half or so than you're going to know what to do with, baby. But before we dive in, before we can officially begin, before we can slide into any of those aforementioned vibes on the opposite side, I must humbly ask you to do a few things. Maybe, if you can find it in that big old heart of yours to do so, potentially you could take just a few moments this morning to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the Forge and Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on the old YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell located right over here as well next to that subscribe button so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the platform. And if you are enjoying this morning's program on the YouTube, maybe you could hit that like button located right on over here yonder in this direction so you could help the algo go and flow on the old tube of the U variety. But maybe you don't like the YouTube. Maybe you like a little more censorship-free platform like the RUMBLE. That's what I was going for there, friends and family. And if you're tuning in over there this morning, maybe you could smash the subscribe button. Maybe turn on a notification bell. Maybe even crush a like button as well. And help the old algo go and flow on the rum bell. But maybe you don't like either one of those platforms. Maybe your platform of viewing pleasure every single morning and maybe every single day because you tune into other shows over there, baby, and maybe your consistent spot for the latest news, knowledge, and truth, known as the Everything app, soon to be even more than it is right now, formerly known as the Bird app, now as the X app. If you're tuning in over there, please take a moment to hit a heart button, maybe smash a repost button, and maybe even crush that quote post button. And let the people know on your X timeline why you've decided to tune in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last, but certainly not least, if you are listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory, like Apple, Amazon, or maybe even watching too on Spotify, maybe you could take a moment to hit that follow, leave us a 5-star rating, or in all honesty, maybe you could just take a moment to smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, as it only helps us grow and flow and keep getting bigger and better on all those platforms as well. Nah, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey! Shout out to you, all you beautiful humming beings tapped in, tuned in, locked in, live in prime time, ready to start your day the right way here at F&F, baby. And you've already hit those buttons for us. You've helped us get going and flowing in the algo. You've helped things begin on this fine Wednesday morning. But maybe you're tuning into the show and you're thinking, what I got to hit those buttons for? Well, maybe the show makes you laugh. Maybe the show makes you cry. Maybe this show makes you think. Maybe this show makes you go, I never thought of it that way before. And if so, don't be a hoe, share the show, be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's program.
Don't be rude.
That's right, my friends. Whip up your proverbial vehicular device of life. Find yourself a nice spot here in the Forge and Fuel parking lot and get ready for this morning's feature presentation because we got all sorts of good vibration coming your way. Now, my friends, doesn't matter what you're doing. Maybe you're still in bed. Maybe the show is your alarm clock right now. Potentially, you are just swinging your legs over the side of your bed. You've just planted your toes into the ground, and now you're beginning to move around and make that bed, creasing the corners on that sucker, getting it to look just right. Maybe you've already gone through that, and now you're picking out your outfit of the day. Maybe you've got all your outfit ready to go, your undies and your tube socks, and now you're taking a shower, and you got us on your Bluetooth speaker, listening as you scrub away. Maybe you've already got yourself squeaky clean, and now you're pouring yourself up your first cup of Java.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's what the doctor ordered.
Bumblecard!
Whoa! That's how that feels. That is what is located in that cup right now. Maybe you've already had a full pot of coffee. Maybe you're already out of your house. You're inside your vehicular device, whipping and drifting through that rush hour traffic, speeding down the E-way with only a thin yellow line separating you and all the other crazies from smashing right into each other. Maybe you've made it through that, and now you're stuck inside the four walls of your cubicle, and you got us set up over here on the corner, and you're looking through all your morning emails, and the red light on the phone is blinking for multiple voicemails, and you're beginning to say, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm going to do. This has got so much trouble and trial and tribulation in it today. I don't want to deal with it. I'm starting to get anxiety. Oh my goodness, guys! And then you realize we're on. Maybe you're doing none of that. Maybe you're somewhere totally different. Maybe you're somewhere where I did not say. However, friends and family, the vibes will be the same. And if you are feeling like you're in a little bit of a funk, you got a case of the midweek blues, well, we got plenty of energy coming your way to fill that cup way past half full and get it overflowing, baby. We begin on this fine Wednesday. Once again, April the 9th, 2025, if you haven't checked your calendar yet today, by checking one of those boxes I just mentioned very deliberately. Now, we like to laugh, we like to cry, and we like to think here on this show. Now, you may laugh so hard that you may have your emotions move to tears. You may think so hard you may have your emotions move to tears. Whatever end of the spectrum you fall on, hey, I'm glad we could do that for you. But what I will tell you is that we deliberately begin by laughing a little bit because people take this life too doggone seriously. And I think we need to just relax a little bit. Everybody needs a little chuckle, a regular old knee slapper from time to time. Smile just a little bit, you know? I be saying jokes and it just goes right over people's head because they're just being so doggone serious all the time. However, waitress last night didn't go over her head. She got it. She was on the ball. Sometimes, they just be out over in La La Land. She came at the end of the dinner. She said, hey, can I get you guys any dessert? And I whipped my head. I said, nah, I'm sweet enough. Thanks. She said, oh, I ain't never heard that one before. I said, got you. I got you on the ball. Who's to say, who's to know? She started laughing, walked away. We didn't get any dessert. So, hey, you need to have a nice little one-liner at the end of your meal. They ask you if you want dessert. She's a cute lady. You just say, nah, I'm sweet enough. Appreciate you. And just keep going on about your conversation. Make their head spin off their body. Who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, Here we are with your 1, 2, and 3 morning laughs on this fine morning show. We begin with laugh number 1. Hello, everyone. Feel like I was behind the veil there now. Now you can see into my pretty blues. Laugh number 1 of the morning, my friends. And I'm sorry if these are replays. As I started loading these in, I was like, did we already? I don't think I played. I don't remember. I don't know. Either way, whatever. They're good laughs. I don't care. Who's to say, who's to know? Because I had to go scrolling back. Because, I've been busy on some various things with the J&J Weekend Getaway and other content and all sorts of stuff we're working on around DHMG. So the laughs haven't been coming in my algo as often as they usually are. So my apologies if you've seen these before, but I don't think we have. So video number 1, my friends, features a young man and a young lady. And this young lady is trying to gauge where the knowledge level of the younger generation is, simply by asking, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Can you give me a simple color? And my friend, she asked that exact question. And this morning, we are joined by these two fine individuals to present a brand new color to our color spectrum.
That starts with letter M.
I don't know. Blue?
Give me a color that starts with letter M.
I don't know. Blue?
Give me a color that starts with letter M.
I don't know. Blue?
I don't know. Blue? I'm sorry, that little shit gets me, dude. Magenta, I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my mind. What other colors start with M? Mahogany? No. Is mahogany? Or is that a wood? I don't know. Live Dog, if you're in the chat. Magenta, bro. That's all I can think of. Orange? Maloo? Hey, I think the kid was onto something. He said, I don't know. Maloo? Oh, there's a good one for you. Somebody asked you, what color is this shirt? I don't know. Maloo? What color is that? Brand new shirt. Hey, if you got the J&J Weekend Getaway shirt from last year, Maloo? Maroon. Oh, maroon. I wasn't even thinking about maroon. Wow. Jeep. Mahogany is a color. Okay, so we got 3. Look at this. Super soldiers, big brain humming beans around here this morning. Apparently, we would have passed the test. But that little man, he did not. Who's to say, who's to know? Morning laugh number 2, my friends. Sometimes you feel like the world is out to get you. You feel like everything is just going wrong. You feel like all the trials and tribulations are coming your way, and you just cannot find a triumph. You keep trying and trying and trying, but at every doggone turn, life has it out for you. And you start telling people about this, and they say, oh, stop complaining, stop whining, stop moaning, just keep working. And you say, wait a minute, I got some legitimacy here. Hold on a minute. It feels like there are supernatural powers working against me live in the prime time. And you decide, well, since no one believes me, I'm just going to start videotaping this. So my friends, this is part 1 of a 2-part laugh. Laugh number 2 of the morning is when the world is out to get you.
Bruh.
Oh no, it's coming my way. It saw me. I compel you in the name of Jesus. Be gone, evil spirit. I think he's actually taunting. He's looking for trouble. Uh-oh. Did he find a target? Let's see what's over here. No? Just driving around. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I said he. It might be gender neutral. Oh,
We got
is he
back.
really coming this way? Is this happening? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is this really? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable.
He misgendered the ghost. He misgendered the
Bruh.
ghost, and the ghost did not like that. Apparently, that was a woke ghost. Apparently, this was before DJT had gotten into office. This might have been a video from last year, and it's just now making its rounds in circulation. I don't know. Apparently, that was a woke ghost, and he got misgendered. I mean, you see, as soon as he said, "Do not come my way, sir," that thing said, "Who'd you call a sir? I am non-binary," and just started, I mean, picked up steam into the front of his doggone truck. So, hey, look here. If it feels like life is out to get you, maybe you whip out your phone too and you start videotaping. And maybe you're not in a parking lot. Maybe you're out doing your job. Maybe you're out working. Maybe that requires you to be out in a wide open field, but you're still telling people life is out to get me. I'm telling you guys, it is absolutely insane right now. I don't know what's happening. I have spiritual, supernatural forces working against me, but I'm tapping into the better ones. I promise you, I don't know what's happening though. So you're out in the middle of this wide open field and you got that video camera up, and all of a sudden you look up high in the sky and you say, "Oh, no way. The world cannot be out to get me again. No, this isn't possible. I'm not even going to pay attention to that." And then, my friends, you find out that once again, the world is out to get you. That thing made a hard left turn.
Surprise,
It was
motherfucker.
it was flowing right by him, and then it said, "Oh wait, you want to videotape this? Okay, motherfucker." It took a hard left.
On a scale from 1 to 10, my friend, you're fucked.
He gets rolled up in that thing. You just hear, "Fuck." Hey, maybe you've been feeling like the world is out to get you lately, and maybe it hasn't been that bad. So maybe you're just making it up in your mind. And if it has been that bad, please pull out your video camera, your personal laptop in your phone that doubles as a camera, or whatever you might need to record whatever the hell's going on, and please send them into the show. We would love to feature them on our morning laughs, don't you know? My friends, there are your 3 morning laughs of the day. Your brand new color, Malou. When the world is out to get you, and when the world is out to get you, part 2. Hope you enjoyed that. I see some laughs going on in the chat. I see we're tickling some funny bones. Shout out to you beautiful human beings. Hey, if you're just tuning in, don't be a host, share the show, be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, because we're about to dive in. It's time to officially begin with a little bit of those mindsets. Start finding some motivation, tapping into a little inspiration, getting our thoughts wrangled in on this wonderful Wednesday morning. That sounds like something you could use. Maybe the old Rolodex is going, and you need to bring it back down. Get a little peace, as some people were talking about in the chat this morning. Hey, Capp sees all. Capp's always watching. Who's to say, who's to know? My friends, maybe right now is a great time to pull out a notebook, a pen, or a pencil, a big piece of parchment, a feathery quill, and a nice large jar of ink, a iPad or a magic pen, maybe your laptop, and bang away on the keys with some notes. Whatever you need to keep track of the knowledge and insights about to come your way. Because, my friends and family, it is time to get into your first segment of the day and get that mindset right again, baby. As we draw back the bowstring and we send the first arrow of the day your way for your sharpening session. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time for your first official segment of the day, your sharpening session here on episode 705 on this wonderful Wednesday morning, April the 9th, 2025. And I hope you're ready to come alive. But before we do, I must remind you who the fine Mr. Producer of this morning program is. If you don't know, you won't know, but he's the one that's been making all the sounds that have been going around, doing the transitions, making me look real good here on the camera this morning. The one, the only, lightweight slinging, iron pumping, bowling ball bench pressing, burpee in the front yard doing, D-double-E-Z-double-Y, my man, your guy. What's up, Derek Deasy Snow?
Lightweight, baby!
Hey, I'm chasing you, cuz I am chasing you. We are, ooh, and I can tell I got you fired up to hit that next level. So I've been seeing your posts out there. If you guys ain't following DZ on the Insta Slam or on the X too, hey, this guy, Brick Shithouse. It's funny. I was talking to somebody at the gym yesterday who got to meet DZ. Shout out Demetra, and actually live in the chat right now. And I said, I was telling DZ, hey, at least I don't look like a crackhead next to you anymore. I mean, at least I look like a normal guy, for crying out loud. Hey, I'm gonna keep chasing your ass. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out for inspiring me, D's, and so many people that tune into this show. My friends, I got my water during the transition, but I didn't get my coffee. So a couple of sips here. And it's time for a heat up. I've already popped the old top one time, so no explosion for you here this morning. Coffee was getting a little cold pre-show. I've been chugging these down here this morning. I will tell you that. Oh, that is just perfect temperature. Everything is just, everything is great here this morning. Life is good. Well, my friends, you didn't tune into this show to watch me sip my morning Joe. Maybe you tuned in for a few laughs, but most likely you tuned in for some knowledge, some inspiration, some motivation, some thoughts that maybe you had been thinking of lately. And if that's the case, well, you came to the right place. And it's time for your opening topic of the day, my friends. If you didn't see the title of the show, you may not know where we're about to go. But I will be speaking on the topic of if today was the day. If today was the day. And my friends, you may already be thinking in the exact direction that I'm going this morning. But a few days ago, I sat back and I really started to think about this topic. And I really started to reflect and go down the rabbit hole. And it's kind of a crazy rabbit hole because it makes you start to realize where you're missing the mark. Makes you start to realize the things that you know you shouldn't do, but you still do anyway because you think you're guaranteed an opportunity to do it over tomorrow. And with that being said, I ask you this question. If today was the day, if today was your last day on this flat plane or floating rock, what would you do? What would you make sure that you do? Started thinking of a few things. I'd make sure I'd call those important people in my life. I'd make sure I took some time to have a conversation. Let them know how much I love them, how much I appreciate them, how much I see them in my corner. And maybe take a time to have a lunch with somebody I hadn't seen in a while. I maybe take opportunities to fix old bridges, mend ones that have been burned, but realize that there's still plenty of wood in the world to rebuild them. I think I'd jump off the canyon one more time. See what it was like to feel risk, to feel the butterflies in the stomach, to feel that little bit of fear. That's what makes us humming beings. I take an opportunity to go to the places that I'd want to see. At one place that I've always wanted to go, I'd make that trip. And I'm sure there's other things that you're thinking about you would do. But as you're thinking about that, I'll ask you maybe even a more important question. What would you not do? See, far too often, when we think about our last day, if today was the day that we got called home, by the grace of God, we hear, well done, good and faithful servant. If we did the right thing here, we always think about what would we do? Who would we call? The moves we would make, the food we would have, the places we would go, the money we would spend. But we don't think about the things we wouldn't do. And I started thinking about that too. I probably wouldn't overthink. I probably wouldn't waste time thinking about things that don't matter. I would probably finally realize that I have no control, because after this 24 hours, I'm released. I got no control over that. I would probably stop passing so much judgment. Probably stop looking at others a certain way, or for the way they present, or the way they do something. I'd probably just let people be people. No, I probably wouldn't lose my temper. I probably control my emotions. I probably would smile a whole lot more. I would make sure that I wouldn't frown. I would make sure that I wouldn't bring rain clouds into other people's lives. I would be the sunshine, and I would hope to bring any type of love and light to that person or that situation that I could. If today was your last day, what would you be sure not to do? And as you're thinking about what you would do and what you'd be sure not to do, think about this. Why don't we live every single day that way? You probably could have already guessed this is exactly where I was going, but why do we not live every single day that way? You know, would you even care if it was a flat plane or a floating rock? Would you give a damn about Democrat or Republican? Would you even think for a hot second about any of the systems of this world? So why are we so concerned about it now? Maybe if we start living like today was our last day, like this moment is our last moment, like we got no other shot to redo this. So if we mess up, we miss the mark, we lose our temper, we don't control our emotions, we don't get a chance to redo it. I bet your food would start tasting better. I bet you conversations would be sweeter. I bet you they wouldn't be buckets of water. I bet they'd be much deeper conversations than that. I bet your movements would be slower. I bet you wouldn't just run through your days. I bet you would have a much slower pace. So why don't we live like that right now? I think it's because of all the systems, all of the matrix that we are inevitably tapped into, sold into from the moment we pop out of our mama, as my viral post on Instagram has gone through the algo over and over again. I see that damn thing every single morning now. I get more likes on it. First thing that pops up on my Instagram when I go to post my morning post about Woodrow Wilson and all the stuff. We're forced into it. But as I said at the beginning of last week, when you realize you are of the universe, not of the system, and you're not just in it, floating through it, you have the ability to create and do. That is what you were put here for. Live your life like it's your last day. And not in fear, not in worry, not in, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. Oh. No. Here's how to live your life like today is your last day. And I just said it. Point number 1, have no fear. Have no doubt. Have no worry. What good does it do you? What difference does it make? It simply doesn't. I had somebody at the gym tell me yesterday, he's, oh, how you doing, man? How things going? I said, oh, spectacular, bro. Shit's falling into place. I'm making moves. We got momentum right now. He said, I've never asked you one time and shit has been bad. And I stopped. I said, hey, man, let me be honest with you. What's the alternative? And I know I've said this to you time and time again, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and act like I don't wake up in the morning with the I don't wannas and sometimes, oh shit, but I said, even as I think about that, that's not even possible because I am in this mindset. I'm in this positivity. I tell you guys that on this show, I wake up with fire and passion, ready to get on this show, ready to start planning new events, ready to start moving Diamond Hand Media Group forward. I have this zest for life. I live every day like it's my last. There are no do-overs. There are no repeats. By the grace of God, there go I tomorrow with another opportunity, if I did miss the mark, to hit it again. But why would I even give myself that opportunity to miss the mark? Why wouldn't I give my best effort, do everything I can to hit the mark? And usually most of the time we miss the mark because we're afraid. And then that controls our other emotions and causes us to fly off the handle at somebody who's really close to us that we didn't mean to at the end of the day. They were just the person that caught the fucking shrapnel because the grenade was about to go off and we didn't have anywhere else to throw it. But maybe if we took care of our own fear, we stopped trying to control life so much, we wouldn't lose our emotions and we wouldn't have to worry about doing it over. Number 2, stop overthinking. Don't overthink ever again. It does no good. Planning and thoughts do nothing. Action does. You can sit and wring your hands and think and spin all day long, and you are in the same exact spot. No matter if your mind went to the future, your mind went to the past, your mind went all over the place, you didn't go anywhere. It was all in your noggin. Thoughts don't take you anywhere. Action does. Stop overthinking everything that's going on. It doesn't matter. What difference does it make? None of this shit matters. It's all a made-up system. Why are you so worried about it? Why? The market's crashing. Oh, no. I was in line yesterday at Walgreens. And I get up to the checkout and start getting all my stuff checked out. And lady asked me, how you doing? I said, oh, I'm terrific on this Tuesday morning. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing okay. Okay. I said, only okay? Why okay? We're alive. We're kicking. We're down there. What's happening? He says, oh, it's tough out there with these Trump tariffs and everything and yada, 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 starts going down the rabbit hole. And I just let her go. I let her speak, let her do her thing. The first DJT cult fucking leader, MAGA. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. What are you? Calm down. Let them speak. Chill out. And then when she got done with all of her points, I said, that's one way to look at it. Or you could realize that the stock market is the only market that when prices are on a severe discount, it's the only market that everybody finds a way to bitch. But those same people, come Christmas time, at Best Buy and Walmart and Nordstrom and you name every store you want, they see a sale and they'll go running for that sale, but they get nothing out of it besides a higher credit card bill. And probably 90% of the time, that person doesn't even like what they got them and they don't even give them the response that they thought they were going to get. So they really got nothing out of that situation. She was just sitting there with her jaw about on the floor. And I said, so you can either choose to look at it like everybody else, or you can be different. And you can get involved in the markets right now, or even let them potentially drop a little bit more. Look at real estate, look at land, Put your money into assets instead of getting a salary or money and then, oh, well, I got to pay my bills. And then, well, I got to make myself feel good. So I better go get my coffee and my other shit instead of using that money to invest. Did you know? I told her this. I looked her right in the eyes. I said, did you know if you invest in the right compound interest vehicles, 7 to 9%, let's just call it a flat 8%, which you can get a nice 8% for 10 years. All you would have to do is invest $28,800. And after 10 years at an 8% compound interest rate, you would have $1.5 million.
Wait, what?
She just looked at me like I had 3 fucking heads. And I said, that's the stuff that they don't teach in school. That's the stuff that people don't talk about. She says, well, because it's so hard. I said, no, it's not. You go on YouTube and you start typing shit in. There are people, guys just like me, and I gave her one of my cards, who are out here talking about this shit every single day and go deeper into the fidelities and the ways. And maybe there's whole groups that are set up that help you get involved in these things so you can break out of the system, so you can actually have an opportunity to grow these things, grow your compound interest, grow yourself, and become a better mental, physical, and financial version of you. Boy, if only there was a platform created that had all of that. Man, we'd really be having something, D's. You know, I think we ought to think about that, D's. Maybe we'll have a conversation after the show. Maybe we should put together a platform that's dedicated to mental, physical, and financial growth. Maybe a little personal, professional growth too. Maybe, you know, if you just have a question about life, that we could just have people around that answer questions. Oh, wait. Oh, that already exists. That already exists in the form of the Gateway. Wow. Everybody's searching and it already exists. Sorry, a little rabbit hole there, a little tangent. And I will tell you the last thing that lady said to me. She said, you know, you have changed my mind and you just made my day. And I said, no, ma'am, you made mine. You allowed me to share the truth and the secrets and that's simply my job. And I said, if I can make one person smile and make one person think the way you are now in this entire wide world, then I did my job. And she just smiled and she said, thank you. It's what I do. Appreciate you. And just walked out. Who's to know what that person will do, but you can set the standard. My third point is, I would say, no emotions, just execution. No emotions, just execution. Take the emotions out of it. Just execute. Don't worry, no fear, no anxiety, no depression. As we learned yesterday, the more you focus on those things, the more they multiply. So stop getting lost in emotion and get lost in execution. Just making moves, just going forward, just taking steps, not thinking about the steps, not wondering about the movement, not debating about the motion, just getting it rolling. And I posted yesterday, if you saw, it was a lengthy post on the timeline. A few people liked it. But I would say how to live your life like it's your last day. Number 4, and I would think the most important part, is to love, learn, live, and advance. Spread some love. Spread some love in this world. Just get some people that you can just love. We heard yesterday that are just useless to you. You know, we just share some love. We just share a bond. Live, be alive, be free, go out into the world, do things. Don't just sit inside the 4 walls of your cubicle, come home, sit inside the 4 walls of your house, throw your hand in your pants, watch Netflix or play Xbox. Wow, that's a culmination of a great life. You're really living. Learn. Open a book, watch that podcast. Think about that mindset. Try to apply it and advance. But all of those things cannot happen without error, ignorance, or imperfection. It's going to happen. You're going to fall. All of this stuff, no matter how hard you try, you're still going to miss the mark. But if you live every day like it's your last, if you take this seriously, you will have an opportunity to redo it. You will have that chance. God willing, you will get tomorrow. Inshallah, you will get tomorrow. But Santosha right now, I'm complete with what I got. Ephatha to what may come, to go all the way back to the beginning of the week. And you know, I'll leave you with these two things. I wasn't going to say this, but I obviously posted it out yesterday, and maybe if you didn't see it, I'll just say it here on the show. So I think it's got a lot of power, and I've said it before, but maybe you weren't around when I did. And it is a simple poem, not really a rhyming poem, but it goes like this. Our species does and is only evolving. It is only natural that over time we must endure trial, error, and emptiness, which builds moral spirit and backbone. With hope comes progress. Control is an illusion. We are at best mere passengers aboard a drifted vessel, and that which causes us trials shall yield us triumph. And what makes our hearts ache shall fill us with happiness. True happiness is to love, learn, live, and advance, which cannot occur without error, ignorance, or imperfections. The greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. Only a fool would think that there's a road of flowers leading to glory, and a man with sense is not discouraged by difficulties. He only knows to redouble his industries and his diligence, remembering that life isn't about where you are, more so where you're aiming. And we all know a person aiming at nothing is sure to hit it. So make space for perseverance in your mind, heart, and soul. It is in seeing this that you will prevail at last. If you can understand that, and that's on my profile on X if you want to go check it out and read it again. If you can understand that to the core, you're living this life like every day is your last day. And think about this quote. Live every day like it's your last, and learn like you'll live forever. I hope, my friends, through this show, through this message this morning, and through each and every day that we show up, we give you the opportunity to live every day like it's your last. And we give you a little bit of knowledge that can help you learn like you're going to live forever. If today was your last day. Who's say, who's to know, friends and family? There's my thoughts on that. A little perspective, and even got to share a couple little stories, a little gym and a little Walgreens action for you there one time for the one time. But that's my thoughts for the day. That's my hot topic to get your brain stirring. And we do have a few humming beans to welcome onto this program and give us some more perspective, knowledge, and insights and help us really get that mind in the right spot on this Wednesday morning. So if you're just tuning into the show, maybe you're just getting here, sliding in for the day, waking up a little late on a Wednesday. Oh, don't be a host. Share the show. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Let somebody know. Maybe you're thinking, whoa, I need some vibes. I need some motivation. I need some inspiration. What the hell? Whoa. Hey, relax. We got plenty more coming your way. You just sit back, relax, get yourself a fresh cup of Java, maybe a little bit of water, whatever you might need to stay hydrated and caffeinated as we continue allowing this proverbial show train to steam on down the tracks of change all the way towards Perspective Station as we get into your second segment of the day. Friends and family, it is time for your Reaction Refinery. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time on your second segment of the day, your Reaction Refinery. Here on episode 705 of Forge and Fuel on this wonderful Wednesday morning, April the 9th, 2025. And I hope you're ready to keep coming alive because the vibes are still coming your way. And without any further hesitation or delay, man, I'm a poet. Now you really know it. we get into your first segment of the morning. My friends, this features a man who I am a massive fan of. He is no longer with us, left us way too soon. But thanks to the internet, we have many clips like this and many videos of this young man and his light, his positivity, and his mindset. My friends, not a fan of him just because of the eclectic music that he made over the duration of his time here on this earth, but also because of the mindset that he had. And unfortunately, he might have lost it for a little while. Probably could have got it back. However, he gave me so many thoughts while he was here in the right mind. The man, the myth, the legend. Thumbs up. Most dope for life. Mac Miller live in the building, ladies and gentlemen, as we listen to him. I actually posted this on my story a couple days ago. If you didn't see it, this is going to be a treat. If you did see it, here's a little reminder. On some perspective from Mac Miller on why we have more power than we think.
Smile at someone today. Make somebody happy. You have more power than you think you do. Enjoy your day, or night, or week. Smile at someone today. Make somebody happy. You have more power than you think you do. Enjoy your day, or night, or week.
Shout out Malcolm, man. Gosh, I miss Malcolm so much. Malcolm McCormick, the one and only. Woo-wee! Mac Miller, baby. We have more power than we think we do. We can change somebody's entire day with a simple smile. Walgreens conversation yesterday, a simple conversation. Instead of, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Helping them see it in a different way. That's one way to look at it. I understand. I get what you're seeing. But what if you looked at it this way? You could change somebody's whole day. Meeting them where they're at instead of acting like you're way up here and you're so fucking stupid because you're way down there. No wonder why nothing ever gets solved in this fucking world. Give somebody a smile. And I promise you, if you are in an area like Chicago where people will do anything in their power to look in the other direction. I mean, I'm talking, they walk by you. They will do everything they can to not look at you. Take that opportunity to just smile. Hey, how are you? Just smile. They'll lose their shit. They don't know what to say. Fine. And then they keep walking. But maybe just because you said something and you smiled, they get in their car and they realize somebody actually said something to them out there in this world that made them feel a little lighter. Somebody didn't honk at them, throw the middle finger, cut them off in traffic, add some more bullshit to their life. There's actually somebody out in this world that wants to meet me where I am and take a little bit of the burden off my shoulders. Yeah, there is. And that can be you. And it can be me. And it can be all of us. And if we choose to do that, spread a little kindness, be cool, use the power that we have to change the lives of others. If we all just started doing that, maybe our communities would change, our cities would change, our states would change, our nation would change, and I'll be damned, the whole world just might change. But we love to scowl and frown and worry about the market and worry about the systems that we got no control over, and wring our hands about all the possible obstacles and trials and tribulations coming our way when we know they're going to turn into opportunities and triumphs every single time. There's never been a time that we have gone into one of them that it hasn't worked out for our greatest good. And if it hasn't worked out for our greatest good, it means we're still in the damn hallway and we ain't learned the lesson, and we just got to keep going until we find the door. So maybe get your energy right. Maybe get your frequency dialed in. Maybe start vibrating on the right levels, and it becomes so much easier to be kind. And then it comes so much easier to find those doors, to unlock them one at a time. Use your power. And just simple. Have a great day. Have a great day. Hey, people say that all the time. Have a great day. But then do you go and do that? Who's to know? Think about that as we open up your second segment of the show. Your second clip of the morning, my friends, features another high-level human being. I do not have his name right on hand. I could have done a little bit of research. Probably could look through those agendas over there, but it was a long time ago that we brought him to this show, so it might take me a little bit of while. So, gonna not pass the buck here this morning and take this one on my shoulders right off the chin and say, hey, this was on me. I could have done a little bit better research here, friends and family. However, the message is still the same, and it is some perspective on 2 words to make you successful.
Summarize how to be successful in life in 2 words, I would just say productize yourself. Find what feels like play to you, but looks like work to others. So it looks like work to them, but to you it feels like play. It's not work. So you're going to outcompete them because you're doing it effortlessly. You're doing it for fun. They're doing it for work. They're doing it for some byproduct. You escape competition through authenticity by being your own self.
Damn, that gave me vibing right there. Oh, shit. Get me ready to turn some obstacles into opportunities. Ooh, you defeat competition through authenticity. The only reason people are in competition is because they're trying to be the best version of whatever perfect is in this society. Fit into a box. Oh, this is what perfect is. It's why all women look the same today. Sorry, ladies. But all women dress the same. They wear the same shit. They do the same makeup. They have their hair the same. They listen to the same music. They watch the same shows. They talk the fucking same. Why? Because there is a definition of beauty, and if you don't meet that definition, then you're not beautiful. Well, you know what I think's beautiful? No makeup, sweatpants, hair tied, chilling. Love it. Love it. Just like Drake used to say, sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's my type of style. As Russ said, nowadays I need more than eye candy. I need soul food. I need authenticity in my life, whether that's a sensual relationship like that or whether that's just a personal relationship. I need authenticity. I don't want fake. I don't need masks around me. I need conversations that are deeper than a bucket of water. Most people, you kick them over and they would spill out all over everywhere. Not me. Not the people that I hang around. And that's how you find success. Productize yourself. Find something that you love, your gift, your passion. You don't have to search for it, for crying out loud. You got the flame burning inside of you, melting on your heart, festering on your soul, burning on the brain nonstop. The system has just told you that you can't do that thing. You don't have the ability. Because of X, you'll never do Y. Why? Why? Why not you? Why not you? I was talking with Deez last night. We were just kind of laughing about something. I said, Deez, why not us? Why not us? We don't give up. We don't quit. We keep moving forward. We keep doing the next best thing. And we are creating things that other people who might just have a little more clout, might have a little bit more name right now, are also doing. So I think we're on the right track. And if you notice, all of the people famous today, they have productized themselves. They have their job and their career, but they're also a product. One of my favorite examples of this is Conor McGregor. Whatever you think of Champ, I don't care. My favorite fighter of all time, one of my favorite human beings of all time. He's a madman. You can't not love Conor McGregor. And to see how he has productized himself from a simple amateur, then pro fighter, and then turned into this just icon because he was authentic. And he's still authentic. He's still himself, no matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody thinks. He is his product, and he lives that product. He breathes that product, and everything he has is part of that product, from Proper 12 to the Forge to whatever else he's in. You put your name behind it, and then, oh my goodness, everybody wants to get involved because that product is there. Find something that fires you up, that you barely have to work, that looks like play to everybody else, but you know the sleepless nights, the day in, the day out grind that it takes to become an overnight success. Do that. And that's how you'll be successful. Your third clip of the morning, my friends, features a collection of humming beans. And it's a reminder on a topic that I've touched on a few times already this morning. And see, you can follow the crowd. You can listen to what the popular people are saying. Or you can listen to what the real wealthy are saying. The real people who have broken out of the matrix. The real elites of society. So, my friends, here's a subtle reminder to watch who you listen to and make sure you buy when others are fearful.
You're holding crypto, you are about to make so much money.
Elon Musk is about to pump crypto, I'm telling you. Do you understand how big this is?
We might just have the greatest crypto bull market of all time.
So I'm gonna give you 3 big chunky AI coins that are very likely to 5, 10, or even 15x in this bull run.
Warren Buffett is holding $334 billion in cash, effectively saying this is an everything bubble.
This is the biggest crash we'll ever see in our lifetime.
Market crash is coming, and it's going to be very ugly.
Crashes make the rich richer.
I'm telling you, my friends, if you're buying into some crypto fuck, good for you. Have fun. Go at it. Outside of Bitcoin, you're wasting your time.
Surprise, motherfucker.
You are spending your hard-earned money and your income, and I'm sorry, especially on NFTs, man. What are we talking about? ETH is at fucking $1,400. Nobody's even buying ETH, so somebody's going to buy your fucking Ethereum NFT. Nobody gives a fuck about NFTs anymore. We had an opportunity to utilize the technology and create a fucking future, but nerds and virgins fucked it up. And now all that's left are nerds and virgins. There's no high-level people left in the space. No celebrities hold Bored Apes. There's no important people that hold Bored Apes. It's all a bunch of nerdy crypto fucks who are still holding on to pointless art in hopes that one day they can see floor price go up and they can make back what they made. But they probably will, or what they paid. And they probably will never even do that because they only have one. And if they ever sold out, if they ever did make that money back, then they wouldn't have a chance to be gaslit every single day and have hopes that maybe something might come back. It's all a joke. And you see, I mean, we just had the whole Hawk Tua thing. And now the SEC, all good, no problem. Oh, you can come back around. Now she's back to making content. All good. Here we go. Stole $2.5 million, but no problem. It's all a scam. It's all a joke. What are you guys buying into? And again, when the market falls like this, are you scrambling to sell everything you have, or are you buying when others are fearful? And as a matter of fact, Warren Buffett has been stacking cash for the last 2.5, 3, going on 4 years almost. $334 billion in cash. Berkshire Hathaway has sold 75, 80% of their investments. Why don't you operate in the same way? If you want to become wealthy, if you want to deal with your problems by becoming rich, then why don't you do what the rich do? Why do you fall in line with the poor and keep thinking poor? Keep moving poor. Keep choosing poor. Why don't you choose rich? Why don't you choose those mindsets and start doing the right things? These are not bad times. These are maybe the best times that we've ever seen. And I'll tell you, my friends, we will probably see a severe crash. Everything bubble. 100%. Worse than 2008. Hang on. Don't know exactly how it's going to happen. No one can really predict it. But something crazy is going to happen. But those are the moments when the people who paid attention, who set aside assets, who made the right moves, can then go get into the market and buy things on a severe discount. And when it inevitably comes back, as it always does, those people are the ones that now on the upper echelons of society and you start learning about their name. But they spent all those nights grinding, investing, researching, doubling down when everybody else was bailing out to become an overnight success. Buy when others are fearful, sell when everyone's greedy. Sell to the classes, live with the masses. Sell to the masses, live with the classes. Think about that for a minute. Your fourth and final clip of the morning, my friends, features a man who is a thought provoker, a perspective pusher, an entrepreneur, among many other things. He goes by the name of Ed Milet, and Mr. Milet joins us this morning to give us some perspective on the old story.
People want to tell me their old story. I used to be this, I used to do that, we were this. I want to know where you're going. What's the new story? What's the new character? Quit telling me about the old character and the old chapters and the old versions of you. Who's the new character? And at any time in our life, honestly, when we walk out this door, we can decide to be a new character. We can literally step into a new role. We can be a little more confident, a little bit more bold, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more caring. You were sharing with me upstairs. You had some events take place. You're just a little bit more light, a little bit more giving, right? You can choose to do that. Your former script is not your current one, but everyone keeps repeating the same script.
Man, if that isn't the truth. Woo-wee! You know, I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday, and they started talking about the old story. And I said, that's the past. What bearing does that have? You have found what you were looking for right now. So embrace that. Stop talking about all the coulds, the shoulds, the woulds. What did happen? It happened. But you're here now. The dish broke. Why do we keep talking about why the dish broke, how it broke, how many pieces it went into, where it landed on the floor, the other places it went all over the house and didn't just stay in the kitchen? Why don't we just go find a new dish? Why do we worry so much that we missed the mark? Why don't we just try to hit the mark again? Stop talking about the old story. And you know, it's something that I struggled with, and I didn't even realize I was struggling with it. And it's so easy as human beings to just think about the past mistakes you've made and the areas that you could have improved and the things that went wrong in your life. And you get stuck in this, you know, almost 18-year-old, 21-year-old mindset. Like you're always 21 and you're 29, you're 30, you're 35, and you're still reliving all this shit when you were 21. Why do you think, even worse, an 18-year-old mindset? You go back home, you've moved out of your hometown, you reconnect with some people you haven't seen in a long time, and they're the exact same way they were in high school because they're dealing with this mindset. They're living their old story. They've become an adult human being that needs to learn and grow, live, love, learn, advance, go through error, ignorance, imperfections. But they've stayed the 18-year-old version of themselves in their minds, never tapped in anything. Now they're 30 years old, having to deal with the problems of the world with an 18-year-old mindset. So why do you think all these adult babies are banging the rattle on their high chair about Trump did this, the government's doing this? Why do you think there's such a libtard fiasco going on right now? Because it is people who are now adults but have not gotten out of their 18-year-old mindset. They are living their old story, and now the old story has come to the present moment, and that's all they know how to think. So then everything, when it could be used as an advantage, everything we've talked about this morning, they view a market crash as, oh my gosh, my life's over. Instead of, whoa, I just got the opportunity of a lifetime. I told somebody this the other day. You know, I find it so sad. There's so many people that are my age that I know, 29 years old, that wasted their 20s, partied, dicked around, did this, did that, played video games, watched Netflix, didn't give a damn. And now they're staring at 30, packing it in. Life's a drag. They don't know what to do. Why do you think there's such an incel problem? Or maybe they did have a wife or a high school sweetheart. Now their wife got a couple of kids, but they're miserable because they realized they were only ever with that woman and they never explored the world, never got out of their hometown. They're wringing their damn hands. They see all these hotties on Instagram. So now it starts fucking up their mind. And oh my gosh, I never went anywhere else in the world. I'm just telling you why we have the problems we do. I just take a moment to look, and I believe it's because everybody's stuck in their old story instead of living in the story right now, thinking that they're in the universe and that they're not of the universe, that the story is not constantly being written, that every day a new page flips over, the pages is already written, it's already easy. You just got to pick up the pen and put your hand down on the page, and all of a sudden it just seems to come, and the words just write themselves. Everybody wants to force it and write their own story, do something they know they're not supposed to do, stay stuck in the old instead of getting into the new.
Bruh.
Damn, that was some good perspective there. Shit. Toot toot. Sorry, I had to toot my own horn there. Hey, ho ho. Hold on now. I was just figuring out the secrets of why our doggone society is so jacked up. I tell you what, one time, I mean, hey, sometimes I have epiphanies right here live on the show too, kids. Who's to say, who's to know? But what I do know is that is your first and second segment of the day. And it's time to work on wrapping this bad boy up with your third and final segment of the morning, where we connect with you, the live viewer on the other side of the screen. So if you've had something burning on your brain, melting on your heart, festering deep down on the soul, well, now it's your opportunity to get it out. See, we like to break this third wall. We like to get right over there into the live chat. Well, live chat on YouTube, live chat on X, or on Rumble. If you're on either or any of those platforms live in prime time, you can drop your thoughts, your perspectives, your opinions, or your questions live in prime time. And after we get through these, I was about to say these first two, this final transition, we will shift up on the screen and start popping those comments up one at a time. Nah, man. As we get into your third and final segment of the day, friends and family, it is time for your Answers from the Anvil. Wow, 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 wow. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your third and final segment of the day, your Answers from the Anvil, here on episode 705 of Forge and Fuel on this wonderful Wednesday morning, April the 9th, 2025. And I've been seeing you come alive over there in the live chat all morning long. I've been seeing the perspectives, the thoughts roll out one at a time. So without any further hesitation or delay, D-double-E-Z-double-Y, you know what to do, my guy. Who we got out there on this beautiful Wednesday? Mama Capp, live in the building. Kim Jones, great morning, Colt D's and F&F crew. We about to make this Wednesday happen. Let's go! Shout out to you, Mama Bear. Appreciate you always being live in prime time. All your love and support. Hey, I said to somebody yesterday, I think I could do just about anything besides male prostitution. Mama Capp would still be right by my side. So I tell you what, I am so grateful for that relationship. I love you so much, Mama Bear. Appreciate the hell out of you. Live in prime time in front of God and everybody. Whew, don't know what I'd do without you. Don't know what I'd do without this gal, too. Anthony! Man, there on the day I was born and here right now. GM Diamond Ham fam, F&F peeps, Gateway gang, and all the other chicken suckers. Make sure to find that little bit of peace in your day. Hopefully this message help some people find that peace today, Aunt Donnie. Who's to say, who's to know? Appreciate you. Our friends over at Radio Free Hub City Live, the legendary Red Pill Yahoo, Mr. Ken Buckler, the beautiful Miss Melissa Buckler, and the beautiful Miss BB. We appreciate the hell out of all three of you. GM all, as Delta24 said, find a little bit of peace in your day, especially internal peace. It's something I struggle with too often. Hopefully, made you think a little bit different about that struggle, Mr. Ken. Who's to say, who's to know? Hope I got you snapped around this morning. Shout out to you, buddy. Appreciate the hell out of you and all your love and support. Grammy P, the third woman that was there on the day I was born and is by my side every day since Grammy P. GP says, GM family, happy Wednesday to all. Let's make this day the best day ever. Blessings to all. Blessings to you, GP. Appreciate you. Thanks for the reminder. Always being in the chat. All your love and support. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Our friends over at Albright's Fur Farm. Shout out to our great guy, Mr. Jared Albright. Yo, great morning. Great morning to you, Mr. Albright. Appreciate the hell out of you. Starting your day the right way, as per usual. Baby. The beautiful Bella Rossi. Oh, there's those emojis this morning. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Mama Snow? Great morning, everyone. Have a fantastic day. Halfway through the week. Enjoy your day. You enjoy yourself too. Your day. You enjoy your day too, young lady, because you deserve it. Shout out to the beautiful Bella Rossi. Mrs. Metal, speaking of beautiful, great morning, fam. Today's reminder is everything in your life is a reflection of a choice you have made. If you want different results, make different choices. Now go be great in their face on purpose. You go be great in their face on purpose. Shout out, Mrs. Metal. Smacking you in the soul with some reminders this morning. Appreciate you, young lady. Thanks for always being live in prime time. Always supporting the Diamond Hand fam. Our girl, Demetra, happy hump day, everyone. Hump day! I hope you're all having an amazing morning. I certainly am. I believe everybody who tuned into this show is, and I hope you are too, D. Appreciate you being live in the prime time as per usual. Angel SD. Great morning, Mr. Pecuero. Great morning, FNF crew. Great morning to you, good sir. Hope you're having a fantastic start to the day. Crush it, my man. Chris Aswomada. Great morning, Diamond Hand fam. Have a spectacular day, everyone. Appreciate you, Mr. Aswomada. You do the exact same. Who else we got out there this morning, D's? Perusing through the chat. Seeing who's out there live in the prime time. JK Big Time, our nation's capital connection. Only way to live. Imagine wasting time on things you have no control over or has zero effect on your life. So true. Life is easy even when it's hard. Worry about the things that you can control. And really, it's just your emotions and your mind. Control that and the rest falls into place. Get the inside right and the outside follows along. Shout out, JK. Appreciate you, man. Kim Jones, Mama Bear, another reminder. God could choose to hold our wrong actions against us, but because of his love and mercy, he doesn't. He wipes our record clean. Forgiveness is huge. It's huge. 150%. You know, I was thinking about that. The amount of love that he has, if we could even comprehend that, I don't think that we would ever say, I love you so lightly again. The amount of love and grace that we are shown every single day to continually mess up and still have the chance to make it to the ultimate destination is unbelievable. To have people say, I believe in God, and then in the next sentence, use his name in vain and still get a chance to make it to the pearly gates is unfathomable. Unfathomable. And you can say, oh, Colt, come on. It's just, I'm just saying it. I don't really. You're just saying, oh, no, you are saying it. And you know me, I cuss like a sailor. I say it how it is. I speak in layman's terms. Go back to every single show I've ever done, all the way back to Talking the Line when I first started doing podcasts. You will never find me saying the Lord's name in vain, and you will never find me saying his name in vain. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and I will never use that name as an explicative, as a filler word. You can find a lot better words to use. And there are many other things you can say to describe a feeling of, other than putting him in vain. Please stop doing it. Please stop doing it. I've been calling out all types of content creators that are Bible thumping and doing this. And then they say, oh my, or JC, like, what are you doing? That's the third commandment, you dodo bird. Did you not read the 10 before you decided that you were all of a sudden a content creating, motivational speaking pastor and preacher? What are we doing? And as a matter of fact, there's somewhere in the book that it says women are not supposed to be preachers. Seems like there's a lot of snake oil being sold these days. I'll just leave it at that. Who's to say, who's to know before I start making people mad? Just saying. I'm just speaking in truth, doggone it. It only hurts because it's the fucking truth. If I was lying, you would just roll your eyes and not even think anything about it. But you know I'm not lying. Dadgummit.
Emotional damage.
However, there's your third and final segment of the day. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beans live in prime time in the chat, baby. Appreciate each and every one of you helping that third and final segment go and flow as per usual. But my friends, that's all we got coming your way on your 3 segments today. A couple of updates and reminders for you. We talked about the Gateway during the show, a consistent community and resource hub of mental, physical, and financial growth, personal and professional development, or maybe some red pills, maybe some truth, maybe some real talk. Maybe you can share your perspective and nobody's ever going to say, well, that's fucking stupid. Maybe they'll say, wow, I never thought about it that way. And while we're thinking about it that way, have you ever thought about it this way? Whoa, did we just find the truth? Maybe instead of dealing with people and arguing all the time and going at left, right, and center and arguing about 2 wings of the same damn bird, maybe you could find out the truth behind the whole system. Who's to know? Maybe we got a whole community waiting for you. All you got to do is jump in, give it a go. Start your journey in the Gateway today with the Diamond Hand fam, baby. If you'd like to rock some merch, maybe from this show, maybe some other pertinent things, who's to say, who's to know, we do have a apparel store called Mine and Shine Apparel, the official merch store of the Diamond Hand Media Group. We did just drop a new collection as the weather starts to warm up, little spring into fresh threads, and as the weather gets warmer and warmer, we're going to drop some more stuff so you can be out there styling and profiling and letting the people know who you a part of. We also have just graphic tees. If you don't want to rock Diamond Hand Media Group or anything from the show, we got graphic tees over there too, don't you know, that are just swag-tastic. You be walking through whatever, whether you're going to the gym or whether you're going for a night out. I mean, you can find something in between. I'm just telling you. And also, one more reminder for you. The J&J Weekend Getaway is officially well underway. If you have not followed the social media profiles on X or Instagram, whatever is your platform of choosing, it is at JNJ_WG. J, the letter N, J_WG. J&J Weekend Getaway. And you will find all the pertinent information all the way leading up to the event, all from the page. So make sure you are following. You got your notifications turned on. If you're planning to come to the J&J Weekend Getaway, make sure you do this. Or you've been thinking about it, this is going to be the opportunity where you can find more and more information. And if you didn't see yesterday, we did release the ticket page so you can read about the event. You can see what's coming this year. You can see the tickets, all the good stuff. They do release on Friday at 7 a.m. So that is exactly 9 weeks, 2 months, a little over 60 days. We're giving you a little over 60 days to get your ducks in a row, request off work, get your ticket, secure your hotel, make sure everything's good. Don't do it at the last moment. There's 55 spots, and that's it this year. We're capping it. We're making it elite, exclusive. There's people already busting down the door. I've been having great conversations with people in Chicago, so I'm telling you, do not hesitate. Do not delay this year. We have to cut it off because of the exclusive elite venues that we are partnering with this year. I'm telling you, we're taking it up another level. Year 3, it is a whole new level. And because of that level, we have to work with some serious, strict guidelines and deadlines. So I'm telling you guys, stay locked in, stay tapped in, have those notifications on, and make sure you secure your spot for the J&J Weekend Getaway the moment it goes live, and get ready to disconnect and indulge on quite possibly the event of the summer in Chicago, Illinois. I'll put my damn name on it. Who's to say, who's to know? If you're looking for the links to the Gateway, Mine and Shine Apparel, the J&J Weekend Getaway, or anything pertinent to the Diamond Hand Media Group, you can find it all in this episode's description. And while you're looking down there laughing at those links, maybe you could take a moment to smash the subscribe button, turn on a notification bell, maybe even hit a like button as well. Maybe you could take just a brief moment to smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow and make this show and all the shows that fall under the Diamond Hand Media Group umbrella bigger and better for each and every one of you. But my friends, that's all we've got coming your way on this wonderful Wednesday. We helped you cure your case of the midweek blues with a little dose of energy here at F&F. If not, maybe you should go back and rewatch the show. I don't know what else we needed to do to get you feeling good. Maybe if you're still feeling like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, get back into bed and roll out of the right side of the chicken sucker. I don't know what to tell you, because I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go turn some obstacles into opportunities, and I am ready to turn the old open sign to closed. So my friends, if you too are ready to get a few losses turning into some lessons, maybe some trials and tribulations into triumphs, maybe even what you thought was going to be a failure, a brand new opportunity at flourishing, well then, let's wrap this show up and get ready for that. But not before we take an opportunity to remind you of 3 key and critical things. Number 1, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse.
What?
Number 2, even a dead fish can go with the flow.
What?
And number 3, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I am, keep in mind, at DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beans flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts for investing your time with us here this morning and your attention, your most valuable assets. We'll continue to pay back that investment to you by showing up each and every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours, baby. My friends, it's time to get on up and get on out. Make like geese and get the flock out. But not before we also remind you that you are kind, you are smart, you are important, and you are loved. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, unless you have any other plans. For Mr. Producer, Derek, Deezy Snow, for myself, Colton, Capp Soroka, we tell you to smile, spread a little sunshine, shine so bright they don't know what time of day it is when you're around. Maybe hold the dough for all the people you see around. Whatever you think might let people know that you're a super soldier and you're part of the 1%. Make sure you do that and set the precedent. But until we see you tomorrow here on this show, same time, same place, maybe our paths cross again. And wherever they cross between now and then, you know what the vibes shall be. But until then, friends and family, we officially bid thee adieu. And we say unto you, peace and love.
You listen to me and you listen well. Are you behind on